Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Derek Branch here, Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. And today I just want to talk about the New Orleans Saints and um, in regards to their quarterback of the future and pose the question of what should the Saints do at that position. Now, in this image right here from taken from the Ringer.com, the illustration, thought it was real interesting the image that they use, the graphic that they use here. You got Trevor Simeon right here, Taysom Hill on the other end, on the other side, and in the middle right here you have a Saints QB, but there's no number, and it's a question mark. Now, from the just the way it's built, the way it's the figure of the image, it looks like Jameis Winston, just built on just the way the throwing motion and all that. It looks like Jameis Winston, but they use a question mark and a blank picture in the helmet. So you know, to me, I pose this question of I want to talk about should the Saints stay in house and pursue that quarterback of the future, have another QB battle during training camp, or should they go the free agency route or the NFL draft? That's what I really want to mainly talk about tonight. And can Ian Book be a factor in this thing going forward as a potential competition for Jameis Winston in a training camp if they decide to bring him back on another deal, another short deal going into next season? How would Ian Book look as a with everybody and with a full cast to work with? Could he beat out Jameis Winston in training camp with a full cast of a weapon at his expense and you know a second year into his offense? This is his first year. Didn't see a whole lot of action. Pretty none at all. Wasn't even on an active roster on certain games. He was inactive. He was in the street clothes when you saw him on the sidelines. So there's how much of that playbook that has he learned? How much of this scheme has he soaked up while he was not seeing any action? Could he be a threat to James Winston as a starter going forward? Then you have Trevor Simeon here, who I think they got off the practice squad, but he was really limited in what he can do as a quarterback when all the moving pieces around him were not healthy. I think Alvin Kamara missed 3 to 4 games. I think three to 4 games while he was out when he was a starter. He didn't have Michael Thomas. Other guys were out, missing Teron Armstead. Ryan Ramczyk wasn't healthy. A lot to be said there. Lot of questions to ponder with Mr. Simeon right here. You know, uh, Winston looked pretty good as a starter. Got the Saints to 5-2. Who knows what the Saints could have done if had he not gotten hurt against Tampa Bay. Um, who knows, man? Things could have gotten worse even with him on the center. Because the injuries started to mount up. COVID came down. Could Winston, would Winston be able to? Would Winston Could Winston hold down the fort during that time? Could the Saints weather the storm if Winston was still starting QB, even though the injuries had mounted up on the team? We don't know yet. We don't know. You know, Taysom Hill is the same thing. Like all three of the quarterbacks here, all three quarterbacks on the roster, all four of them, pretty much went through something throughout the season. And for right now, Jameis Winston was the most successful out of all of them, all three of them. I'm not really gonna count Ian Book, because that Monday night game against Miami was not even a fair evaluation of him because you pretty much had a depleted roster to work with on that football game. So not really gonna count him. I'll give it those other three quarterbacks here, all three quarterbacks I mentioned. But then you can go. You can also go the route of the NFL draft. You know, this year's quarterback class is not looking great. However, when I said this in the past, once teams realize they need QBs, you start hearing a lot of quarterbacks names start to shoot up the boards that shouldn't even been shooting up the boards. There's that guy Malik Willis out of Liberty University. You got him. You got Kenny Pickett, who everybody's big on. But I'm hearing that Pickett is not even going to be a first overall pick. Detroit's not. He's not even going to go select a QB in the draft. Or the Houston Texans. They're big on Davis Mills. Their guy that's just selected last year. So if you're the Saints, do you sit put where you're at, or you try to move up in the draft to put yourself in a position to take Kenny Pickett? And then there's the free agency route, where you've been hearing the numerous names come about being linked to the Saints. You have Russell Wilson. There's a Photoshop picture of Russell Wilson in the Saints uniform that's been floating around the last several weeks. It's been floating around a lot recently. And that's because the Saints issues at quarterback that's been put on display lately. We talk about Russell Wilson coming out here. Now I'm hearing Kirk Cousins' name being mentioned. I don't know what that rumor is coming from, because Kirk Cousins has a expensive contract. Aaron Rodgers' name, but now Rodgers is being linked to Pittsburgh now. Sam Darnold, could he be an option? There's just so many ways the Saints can go about this, but it's important that they get this right, because you don't want to be the Miami Dolphins, the Denver Broncos, teams that had moved on from Hall of Famers, with John Elway, Peyton Manning in Denver, and it took them a few years, and Denver still might be looking for that guy to fill those voids left behind by those two great QBs. Or the Miami Dolphins with Dan Marino. Seems they may have the guy in Tua Tagovailoa, but they may have to go. They may be in pursuit of Deshaun Watson. That's another name that could possibly get linked to the Saints. There's just so many options that the Saints can go on this, but it's imperative that they get it right. They get this right, and you're not, constantly, rebooting the team, tearing down the roster because you don't have the quarterback that you need to bring it to the next level, in the post Drew Brees era. And as for me, the way I see this, I prefer that the Saints do not, draft a QB in the draft. I think, they should go the free agency route if they want to, or they can bring. I prefer, I'm also cool with the Saints bringing back Jameis Winston, signing him to a new deal, and he's the quarterback of the future after Drew Brees. I just think that this draft is just not. It's not a draft that has guys that that we just gotta have. You know what I'm saying? And I think this team is not. I think this team is not too far off from being a contender in the NFC once again, a serious contender, in my opinion. I don't want this team to be like Chicago, the Chicago Bears, where you have a great defense, but it doesn't matter because you got a young QB on the center, and that's going to have growing pains throughout the season. I don't want that. I'm not saying a knock against Justin Fields, but I think they should either stay in house or go the free agency route with a court for the next QB. Just a lot. We didn't get the answers that we were looking for in regards to who the quarterback of the future is going to be. I think I'm still leaning heavily towards Jameis Winston returning to this team next season. It's still, I think it'd be the cheaper route for this team to save up more money. A lot of the pieces are coming back next year. Michael Thomas should be back. Don't know about Traquan Smith. He had his opportunity to show that he could be a reliable number two. It didn't happen in my opinion. I think Marquez Callaway is going to be a lot better next year. So you've seen him coming along lately in these last couple of games. So I think the Saints should stay in house or go to free agency route for the next QB. Still clear of the draft. Now maybe if Bryce Young was coming out, I'll say okay, yeah, we need to move. See, do what we gotta do to move up in the draft. Move some assets if we have to move up to get that guy. Because I think that guy is gonna be a really good QB at the next level. So there you have it. I think they should stay in house or go free agency route. Add a veteran to this team because I think they're not far off from being a contender once again, in my opinion. So there you have it, there, man. But anyways, man, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Do you think the Saints should stay in house to find their quarterback of the future, or go the free agency route, pursue guys like Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Kirk Cousins, or it should look in the draft for the next guy? Also in the description box below, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. Please subscribe to the channel. Have a blessed night. Who that?